Hello everyone, my name is Melissa Taylor. I'm the Digital Media Specialist at the Milwaukee Jewish Federation and the support person for the new Milwaukee Jewish Community Calendar. I put together some tutorial videos for you to help you, to equip you, to answer questions that might save time for you and for me. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and lean on me for support for anything that you need or have questions about the community calendar. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add an event to the new Milwaukee Jewish Community Calendar. So you log into the back end of the calendar and the user side of things. You'll be using two tabs here in the back of the calendar, All Add New Event and All Events. All Events is where I'm at right now. This is the big event bucket where all the events are. You can search for your events using these filters, but you can also add an event here by clicking on this tab, and it brings up an event submission form for you to add the calendar. So I'll just go through this real quickly. The event that I'm going to put up here is a test event. So here we go, test event. Adding in your date and your time as usual. You can the times are listed in 30-minute increments, but you can just delete those last two digits and add in some kind of other start time or end time. You just need to manually add that instead of clicking on it from the drop down. You can make this an all-day event if you wanted. There's also a repeating pattern option. So if your event doesn't repeat, keep it on no, but if it repeats, you can add some kind of reoccurrence pattern. So it's got custom, daily, weekly, and monthly. Daily, weekly, and monthly work the way that they did with the old calendar. If you wanted to have an event that was every day for 5 days, or it was every week on Monday night, and it ended on a certain date, you have that option to create the same event on multiple dates here. But then there's also custom. Custom, you could say you just have a really irregular event that repeats, and so say board meetings or other kind of administrative meetings of some kind, you could put it on, right now my event is for August 1st, and I want August 22nd, and I want September 21st, and I want October 31st, and then randomly November 18th. It just got this kind of strange repeating pattern, but you can do that in custom here. Something else that you can do in this repeating pattern with daily, weekly, or monthly is that you can exclude dates. So say you have a class that repeats every Monday evening, but one of those Monday evenings, it falls on the first day of Passover, and so you want to exclude that from your pattern. So you could hit custom here and then just exclude that date or multiple dates, or exclude in some daily, weekly, monthly fashion too. It's a nice extra tool that help you create many events on multiple dates without having to create a separate event for each of them. But keep in mind in that repeating pattern that the same information is going to go on each of those events. So if a location or something in the description changes for all those events, you will need to create separate events for all of them. Then choose your organizer. I'm going to choose the Milwaukee Jewish Federation, and then choose your categories. You can choose as many categories as you like. You just click on them to add them. So it kind of tags now my event with this category. I can choose lots of them, as many as I want, and then say I choose one and I didn't want that one, I can just delete those category tags. Then here in tags, these are options for promotion. So if you want your event included in the Milwaukee Jewish Federation bi-weekly newsletter, click on that here, add that tag to it. But if you also wanted to consider for the Wisconsin Jewish Chronicle events section in the paper, click on Wisconsin Jewish Chronicle, and then your event will be considered for both of these publications. The last one here is MJF sponsored events. It's just for Milwaukee Jewish Federation events. It's a planning tool that we built in for our events. Here is the last menu. This is, again, that kind of audience menu. Choose as many audiences as you'd like. My event is appropriate for families, for children, for men, for for women, for seniors. You can choose as many as you like in that drop-down menu. Then venue, I'm going to choose Milwaukee Jewish Federation. Lots of venues have already, or locations, have already been programmed in here. But if you need to add a different one, you just click here on New. Add the name of the venue or location, street address, city, country, and zip code, and a map will show up here. And then you must click Save over here. If you do not click Save, it will not save that information for you, and then your event will be venue-less or location-less. So make sure that you do click Save here if you are adding a new venue. Then here in Costs and Tickets, this Costs and Tickets drop-down menu corresponds to right here where it says Tickets, or right here where it says Cost. So people will click here and it'll say $5, or right here at Cost it'll say $5. So the information that you put in this drop-down will show up in that ticketing area. If you leave Don't Display checked, then it'll say nothing. On this, on this event details box, cost won't even show up, and ticketing, it'll say there's no ticket information. But if you want to add ticket or RSVP or sign up or registration information, any of that, you can click on No Tickets. And what it means by no tickets is no timely tickets. Timely is the name of this calendar platform that we are using, and they also have a ticketing function that we could add on to our calendar, but we are not taking advantage of that. So when it says no tickets, it means no timely tickets, but there is some kind of ticketing function, but there is some kind of ticketing component to this event. So click on No Tickets, and then these two little buttons will pop up. And so if it's a free event, click Free. And then in the ticketing and cost information, it'll say this is a free event, and here it'll say this is a free event. But if you click Paid, you can just manually add in how much tickets are, sign up is, registration, whatever, and then that will show up here. It'll show up $5. Here are the timely tickets in RSVP. We are not using that function. There's ticketing feature is not enabled, so you don't even need to do anything with that. And then there's external tickets. Same thing as the no tickets option, free, paid. But here we have a little URL field that you can add your external ticketing link. So say it's a free event, but you still want RSVPs, so add in your URL that must have an https:// and then your URL. Otherwise it will give you an error. But you can add your URL here, and then you can also do paid and add in ticketing information here. $3 per person, sign up at the link, and then that information will be in the ticketing and cost information areas. For this event, for this test event, I'm just going to do Don't Display. Then here in the description, I'm going to add some test language. And I have all my regular word processing formatting options here. But then also there's this insert drop-down menu, and you can add images, you can hyperlink things, and you can also add media. And under media you can add some basic HTML code for embedding videos or forms or iframes or something like that. You can use this space for that. Then for featured image, we encourage everyone to add an image here to make the calendar very visual, vibrant looking, to reflect what's actually going on in the community. Feel free to add in your image just by choosing File and then finding that file from wherever on your computer. Keep in mind though that the calendar features square images best. or somewhat square images. The rectangular images, it tends to zoom in certain views of the calendar, it tends to zoom in on the image that you have uploaded, and so then your whole image is not represented there and it just kind of looks messy or maybe pixelated. So I would encourage you to upload some kind of square image. Me and my colleagues here at the Milwaukee Jewish Federation have put together kind of like an archive of lots of different organizations' logos on a square background. If you want that, I can totally send that to you. Just reach out for it. Right here in promote your event to another time in the calendar, this is irrelevant. This would be useful if you were wanting to share this calendar to another calendar that was using a tiling calendar, and you would choose it from the drop-down calendar, but we are already using this calendar, so you can't promote your event to this calendar again. So this space is just kind of irrelevant. And then down here by publish and save, when you click on new event, this publish will always be checked, and then you just hit save to then save this event. When you clone or duplicate an event, publish will not be checked, and so make sure you check that when you are cloning an event and then wanting to save it to the calendar. And then up here, you should get a message saying that your event was created successfully. If something is missing, it'll let you know with a red banner error message up here saying the address is missing, or the venue is missing, or a date is missing, or something like that. And then you might just want to review your event and make sure that everything is up there the way you want it to look. This is obviously a test event and it does not look very nice. So there is that. You can also create a new one right away from here. You can clone this event if you know, it's an event that repeats in some fashion, or you could add an event and then just delete it. So those are your options after you have created an event. So that is how you add an event to the community calendar. Thank you for watching, and again, if you have any questions about the new Milwaukee Jewish Community Calendar, please reach out to me. If the community calendar is ever overwhelming or you just don't have time to get the events up, please contact me. If it is more convenient for you to just email me your events, I can get them up on the community calendar. We don't want there to be any roadblocks or any kind of obstacles from getting your events on the community calendar. We want the calendar to be a very full, robust calendar that is representative of what's going on in the community. So please, 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 if you cannot get your event on the community calendar, just at the very least email me and get me your information, and I will get it up there for you and make sure it looks beautiful. You can contact me at the contact information right here, and it's also listed in the description. So again, please contact me if you have any questions, any frustrations, any concern, and thank you for using the Milwaukee Jewish Community Calendar.